Stadium in Lake Charles, Louisiana, Cox Sports Television is proud to present Southland Conference football as the 13th ranked Nicholls Colonels visit the McNeese Cowboys. And with three-time All-American and two-time Super Bowl champion Gary Reasons, Jack Benjamin on hand, down the stretch of the Southland Conference spring season we go, and Nicholls is in great shape for a playoff berth. They're at 3-1 in the conference. McNeese playing much better of late. This could be a tough one on the road today for the Colonels.
It could be. That would be 3 in a row for the Colonels and pretty amazing.
This offense for Nicholls has been rolling all season long. They're averaging 53 points per game to lead the FCS, and they're led by the Southland Player of the Week in Lindsey Scott.
I like him as a quarterback.
And he has plenty of weapons to throw the ball to, including 6'4" senior Dejon Dixon. Enters the game just 71 yards shy of the Nicholls all-time record. NSU's 0-2. McNeese has lost 3 straight, but it's always a little bit something extra when these two get together. 70th all-time meeting, and each seeking its first conference win. NSU and McNeese, 70th meeting. Look who's in the building. LSU head coach, NSU great Ed Orgeron is back to watch his son Cody. Kickoff between these two rivals is next on CST. Halftime here in Natchitoches, McNeese and Northwestern State tied up at 7. Jack Benjamin and Gary Reasons back with you in what's been a defensive struggle so far. And, well, very lucky to be joined by a special guest, LSU head coach and former NSU Demon, Ed Orgeron. Coach, appreciate you joining us. How is it to be back, and how is it to watch your son Cody play for McNeese?
You know, what a great feeling to be back here in Northwestern. Great memories.
You're watching the American Athletic Conference on ESPN+. It's a gorgeous afternoon for some college hoops in the Crescent Cities. We welcome you to Avron B. Fulgham Arena in the Devlin Fieldhouse, where the Tulane Green Wave are set to play host to the Temple Owls. Well, few things have remained consistent during these unique times, except perhaps the dominance of Kelvin Sampson's Houston Cougars. The number 11 team in the nation sits atop the AAC at 5-1. Meanwhile, Temple and Tulane each seeking a second conference win here today. And with that, we say hello. Jack Benjamin joined by David Grubb. The big word entering this year for coaches and players alike was adapt. And Tulane will certainly have to do that today without the services of their head coach, Ron Hunter. He's in COVID-19 quarantine protocol, and Claude Pardue will step in and take his place.
And the show certainly goes on with Coach Pardue if Tulane is going to get their second conference win.
Temple has certainly had plenty of adversity to deal with as well. 2 program pauses already. They've only played 5 games so far, but they're hoping to finally get some rhythm back after playing 3 games this week, including a win over UCF Thursday. We welcome you to South Bend, where Notre Dame is set to host its final non-conference game as the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M out of the SWAC make their first ever trip to Purcell Pavilion. And with Hall of Fame coach Mike Lightfoot, Jack Benjamin on hand, let us be among the first to wish you a Happy New Year. Well, Mike, 8 days for Notre Dame to recharge the battery after that loss to Indiana. Good chance to bounce back before ACC play resumes. Halftime here in Lake Charles, and McNeese leading 13th ranked Nicholls 24-17. Jack Benjamin back with you. Fortunate to now be joined by McNeese Athletic Director Heath Schroyer. Heath, appreciate you taking the time. I know it's been a very difficult and long past couple of months for you guys. Can you put it in perspective for folks just how difficult it's been for this football team, and really in your mind what it's taken for them to get on the field this spring?
I'll tell you what, us just playing sports in the spring is a minor miracle. But just for us to be able to play sports here, it shows the pride and the grit of this university in this community, and it's a blessing to be here.
You speak about the community rallying, Heath, and all the work it's taken. Where are you right now in terms of the rebuilding process? Nestled in the southwestern part of the Korean Peninsula, Gwangju is the host to the largest ever World Championships. And today we welcome you to the final day of men's group play with Team USA going head-to-head with Australia. Alongside Julie Swale, 2000 silver medalist Jack Benjamin on hand. A matchup of importance in Group B, with the winner here having a date with Greece in the crossover stage. The loser to take on Montenegro. Croatia has already booked their spot into the quarterfinal round in those important 3 days of rest. Well, for USA so far, a little bit of an up and down start, and they really need Johnny Hooper to get going here today. The 22-year-old Julie has to be special. For my partner, Ty Harrington, our great ESPN crew, Jack Benjamin saying so long from Alumni Field in Hammond, Louisiana. Final score, Southeastern 15, New Orleans 13. Up next, Abilene Christian and Sam Houston. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN in the Southland Conference. The Lions down 9, find a way back, and they are still alive here in Hammond. An updated look at the Group B standings. So Croatia is still to play with Kazakhstan. They'll advance to the quarterfinals regardless. Team USA gets that #2 spot to set up a matchup with Greece on Sunday, while Australia falls to 3. They'll take on Montenegro in the crossover stage as well. So that will do it for us. Again, your final score here from Gwangju, USA 12, Australia 11. Coming up later, it's more men's action at 11 a.m. Eastern. Croatia takes on Kazakhstan, followed by Serbia against Greece. And stay tuned to the Olympic Channel for continuing coverage of the FINA World Water Polo Championships. For Julius Swale, I'm Jack Benjamin saying so long from Gwangju.